Turn it off.
Alright, okay, I'm going.
Yeah,
well, when you're doing an interview, like a lot of documentaries, you're looking at the actual person who's talking to you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you
look
look
off
at. Yeah,
screen.
it doesn't fucking matter.
Except if you have like, you know, the whole Earl Morris effect where he like has his image projected right on the lens, so like that's why he gets that cool effect when he's interviewing someone. It's like they're looking right at the audience.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter.
We don't have that.
No pressure.
Earl Morris isn't interviewing us. If he was, that.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're good. Start right.
All right. So I guess first question is, how did you guys meet each other or start Light Pollution?
It started when I guess it was like the end of our freshman year in college, and we started playing music together. Basically,
Jimmy and I would go to shows a lot in the area where we were living, DeKalb, Illinois, and we met each other through the whole music scene there, and he had been writing songs and he asked me to play with him, so we just kind of went in my basement and started playing music together, and that's where it started.
And Apparitions is your first album, correct? Or
yeah,
did you
first full length.
First full length.
We put out kind of different, I don't know, a couple different kind of self-release things. One thing I guess is like this 12-inch record. It's like 500 copies. Just self-released it.
Yeah, just like a little EP that we put together.
We were kind of a big folk rock kind of band when we started, and we'd have tons of people playing with us, strings and horns and folk rock.
So Light Pollution, was that like a literal name? Like is it literally about light pollution, or is there another like meaning behind the concept of
Well, the name is because when we were in DeKalb, we were like, oh, there's no light pollution. Like it was very.
As opposed to Chicago.
The town is surrounded by cornfields.
Yeah,
you know, it's
known for like cornfields.
And Cindy Crawford.
Barbed wire. And Cindy
she was born there. So.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she's all right.
She's all right. She's a good lady. So how would you, if I mean, a lot of people that are going to be viewing this video probably, haven't heard you guys before. How would you describe your sound? I know that's like an ambiguous question.
I guess the answer is we're a band, for sure. That would be a good description. I don't know.
Yeah, we like to be a band,
rock band,
but
a band. There's, we are into a lot of orchestration and stuff still on recordings and a lot of layers. But
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of lush synth, and I mean, if you actually listen to the album, there are more layers than one might actually think. I would say definitely in terms of composition.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that translates well live, because live it's kind of more in your face, kind of abrasive, and on the record it's more, something you'd be listening to at home and enjoying, I guess.
What would you say your influences were to create the sound that you have, or like at least growing up, or what influenced you to do what you do?
I think the biggest thing with that record is the space it was made in. I lived in this warehouse for like a year. Like he was there for like 6 months, but kind of the transition from a folk rock band to becoming what it is and making a full length and everything.
Yeah, going from folk rock to psychedelia is a kind of, I mean, you guys have like that psychedelia India type.
I mean, we just like weren't getting along with who we were playing with, and a lot of people we were playing with just kind of, that wasn't their thing. They didn't want to like kind of, all right, I want to do music and commit myself to it. So
yeah, things changed. There was a drastic change, I guess, and then
and we just kind of
during the process of making the album.
Yeah, so we kind of had the album close to finished, and then that's kind of when Nick.
Right, so then I guess next question would be, what do you guys have any favorite albums of 2010, or like what have you guys been listening to a lot this year? I know you've probably been on tour and busy. That's everyone always says that when I ask.
We've been like really into a lot of bands we've been playing with, kind of like Prince Rama's record's really great.
Next plug.
No, they're really awesome. That record's awesome. Like we played the show.
Yeah, Michael from Prince Rama, that guy shreds.
We played with play with Wild Nothing and like really hit it off with them. Like really love their record.
Now, when you play with, I mean, I know that Wild Nothing was mostly bedroom record at first. Does he have a full band? I mean, how is he playing full band
it was
now?
like a 4-piece when we played with them, and there's like less synthes, like more guitar.
Yeah, Gemini's a great album.
Yeah, love it. Definitely.
Yeah.
We love that Ariel Pink album too. We were playing.
That's funny, man. Almost everyone that I've interviewed and asked them what their favorite album between. I mean, Avi Buffalo, like everyone's like that Ariel Pink.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was just listening to the very best in the van like a second ago. That stuff's really cool.
It was a shame actually because they opened for Vampire Weekend in Beach House. They literally played for about 15 minutes, and then when they played the song that they did with Ezra Koenig, "The Warm Heart of Africa," they tracked his voice. It didn't even come out or anything, and they're like on tour with them, man. So it was a bit disappointing. It was just the two guys.
That song's great though.
Recording anything now, or like what are your future plans?
We're gonna kind of do a bunch of weird like tape and 7-inch releases before like the next record, but we're gonna be tracking all winter, and we're going on a tour with like DeLorean.
Oh wow, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
When is that supposed to take place?
It's November 16th. The starting date.
You guys aren't going to be back in Florida by chance, are you? Or?
No, it's just like the East Coast pretty much. Like a couple Midwest shows in the East Coast.
That was another great record of 2010's Ibiza.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. That's a great opportunity.
They're great dudes. We've played a couple shows with them and they're super cool.
Yeah,
fun.
So it's nice that they like remembered us and were like, yeah, we're cool with them, children.
That's awesome. What about, I guess we could ask too, what about y'all's recording process? I mean, how did y'all, I mean, do you do a lot of
recording?
like
what I was going with that, with the warehouse, like, I mean, just kind of that scenario, like, formed the record a lot. Like, just like doing cool shit, like miking events and like, just like having different rooms with different kind of sounds to them and like, you know, getting insane reverb through like this certain room in the basement. You can just track things from like the big warehouse room.
Right, a lot of natural sounds.
So like, yeah, there's a lot of like, there's like wasn't too much like process kind of shit. Most of it was like kind of natural sounds we were able to get through that place.
Yeah, we're still kind of thinking about where we're going to record the next album, but we're definitely going to be recording a lot in the winter.
Yeah, probably just get another space like that.
Yeah.
Rent something for a couple months.
I think that complements the sound pretty well in an environment like that.
Yeah, I mean it sucked. It sucked like living there, I guess. That was like the difference. Cause like living there was like no shower, no heat.
Really no rooms.
Yeah, really no rooms.
Well, I mean, you guys are
like
some grungy looking guys anyways. Yeah, that's probably not.
Hey,
it worked, man.
I took a shower today. I'm addicted to showering, but that's...
It takes 2 to 3 a day.
I wish there was a shower here.
Always clean.